Where am I? I'm in a really clean field. Dang. Alright, so we're up here looking at corn. We're up at Emerson. I'm going to show you guys how to... Get out of my face. I'm going to show you guys how to check your leaves, like your stages. So you're going to start counting at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so I think this is around V10. Wipe off my camera again. So this is around V10. So in other words, in the next probably couple of days, I'd say, we'll come up here and we'll try spraying that Veltima on this. Now the only problem with that is, next week, I have to run a fungicide trial. Next week I gotta run a fungicide trial on Trivapro for an airplane versus for an airplane versus a you guys know what I'm talking about. Come on, speak it out, Alex. An airplane versus a ground rig. So we're gonna try and run that. It'll probably end up being, we'll probably end up running this out here first. Ross is not gonna start spraying fungicide yet, but we're getting pretty close, guys. It's getting about that time, and then we'll go from there. But these beans look pretty good. There's a little bit of damage. That's from warrant still. So yeah, these beans really do look pretty good. So starting to cover in the rows. I'd say that if we're gonna keep running on these 20-inch rows, we need to start running this variety of bean. Because if you guys look, these beans have covered really quick. They're still short, but they've covered really quick compared to some of them that we got back home. Some of them that we got back home were at R2, R3 before they even started to cover. These aren't even there yet, and they're covering already. So yeah, it's something to think about for sure. But yeah, all right, well, I'm gonna run back home and I'm gonna get ready to go again. Probably go spray some volunteer corn, and then yeah, go from there. So I'm now down here at two of our fields out south of town. They got hit by a pretty bad windstorm the other day, and we want to make sure that not too much of it's laid over. From looking at it on the edges, it doesn't look like any of it's laid over, but it is outrageously tall. So we're gonna fly the drone over it. I'm waiting on our seed dealer right now. He's gonna come down and look at it too, because we can get a refund and stuff like that if we end up we can get a refund and stuff like that if it ends up being a bunch of it knocked over. So it doesn't look like any of it's knocked over to me, but who knows? I mean, I might fly to the other end of the field, and the other end of the field might be bad. So not gonna put all my eggs in one basket, just gonna hope for the best. So we just flew over top of that field. Not too terribly bad. There was just a little bit there along the edges. It looked like it had gotten some green snap in it. Only about probably 16 and 24 rows out off the edge of the tree line. You guys will be able to see it pretty well with the drone. But I don't think we're gonna be really too worried about it. The rest of the field looks fine, as you guys could probably see from the drone video, besides the fact of the matter that my dad got the irrigation hung up. So yeah, they'll get it probably pulled out later today if I don't have to come down here and pull it out with the Heggie. So yeah, not too terribly bad though. Looked pretty good. I'm gonna call Dad here in a minute and see if he needs me to look at anything else while I'm down here, and then probably go home, and I don't know what I'll do after that. Might go spray a little bit. Where am I? I'm in a really clean field. Dang. There's like no weeds out here. What? Dang, this field must have been sprayed with Acuron. Man, it was a long night last night. Ah, this is our field that we sprayed with Acuron. Yeah, so this field actually looks really clean. The corn is rather far behind because we've missed a couple rains. We've missed a couple of very important rains and stuff like that. So, yeah, but as you can see, the leaves are starting to curl a little bit. The rows are really, really clean up and down them. The only thing I've really seen out here from walking around a little bit is I've seen a little bit of volunteer corn popping up, which if you guys know anything about that, that's just corn from the past years left over. Has the same genetics as like what our corn here does. It's probably a little bit different. It's probably an older genetic because that was like 2 years ago, but still it's pretty close to the same stuff. It'll survive through a chemical like that. But yeah, as you guys can see, I mean, it's really clean. It's dry. The corn is not as dry as what I figured it'd be on the way up here. I figured it'd be a lot drier. So yeah, we have had a pretty, it kind of looks like it's rained up here recently though, honestly. But yeah, corn looks really good up here. Really impressed with it. Really impressed with the Acuron stuff. Probably trying to run more of it next year. We'll run more of it early because of the atrazine that's in it, but the atrazine has really helped us up here on this field, especially as far as holding back the weeds and really taking care of some of that bigger stuff that pops up later on in the season. Yeah, it looks really good. I'm really impressed with it. It's a high volume product like everything else that you spray on corn, but it does seem that it's holding up really, really well, and it's holding up to its name. So yeah, Acuron by Syngenta. This is what it looks like. There's a little cocklebur right there. Not too bad. Usually in a field like this, you'd expect to see more than just that one there. Probably expect to see 5 to 10 plants right there. So really, really good. Really impressed with it. Definitely worth the money. It's cheaper than our other chemical programs, and have to try it out again next year and do it early season and see if it'll continue to hold up to its name. Usually right now in a field like this, which actually we just ran a second pass over some of the stuff up here. Usually in a field like this, we'd start being worried about running a second pass over it, but we looked at this one and there's no need for a second pass of anything over top of it. Full rate of Acuron done it perfectly for us and seems to look really good. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess, but I'm still a little bit tired, so I'm gonna lay back down probably right there and take me another nap, and then yeah, maybe go home after that. We're back out spraying again. These beans actually look really, really good. I mean, if you can tell, they got a nice green color to them. Besides the fact that there's volunteer corn everywhere out here. This end of the field is not as bad as that end of the field, but it's just going to be a lot easier just to spray the entire field and be done with it, and not have to come back and spray it again. Because if I just come out here and spot spray it, then I'm just going to spot spray it again, and then another time, then another time. But guys, I want to show you something though. Whenever I was talking about running angles for the first time, everybody's like, well, you're going to kill your crop doing that. Well, you're going to run down the crop. It's not going to come back out of it. All that. You can barely tell where I ran through here the first time. And then eventually these beans will grow over the top of what I'm spraying now. That's the one good thing about running these skinny tires is the beans will cover back up what you ran over. See, like this pass right here, you can see it just very, very faintly. I don't know if you can even see that, but yeah, we're still running at an angle because I don't want to run down straight, run 2 rows down all the way across the field. So yeah, we're gonna run this angle. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit rougher, but hey, sometimes you need a little bit of a staying awake call.
Good morning, guys. Today, this morning, we're going to take a couple loads of white corn down to Azteca Milling, down to Evansville. It's currently 7:43. Just got up here early, just so I can try to get 2 loads in, so I can try to go spray today. Spray some start spraying fungicide today. But before we do that, we gotta try to get most of our corn hauled because we don't have much left on our contract. to them. So we're just trying to get as much as we can done this week. So what are we doing? And then hopefully after that, I can start spraying this afternoon. Get a couple loads in today, because we'll have 4 people hauling white corn today. So we'll get all that done and then hopefully start spraying. Because I know for a fact come Monday, I'm gonna be starting fungicide no matter what. So there's that. So, well, let's get after it today. So guys, it's got my second truck loaded for today, and the way it sounds like I'm gonna be taking try to take one more truck. They got my sprayer quite ready. So John Deere came out here and is putting row scents on it. So just kind of waiting for everything to get here so they can put all the wires and stuff on it. So yeah, but figured I'd bring my puppy for a ride since I get AC, and it's been hot down here lately. So might as well give him let him be in the air conditioner for a little bit. I'm on a semi ride, so pretty much what I'll be doing today. When I get back down there, I'll show you the Azteca.
So I just had to replace this thing here. It's for your jug, so it rinses out the jugs. This thing, yesterday I shoved the jug down on it. When I pulled the jug off of it, it just went. So yeah, there's the old one, and got that replaced. So this sprayer, no, I got one more thing I need to look at. It's almost ready to go. But this one here, the Heggie, is getting pretty close too. We got the paddles put on it for your corn, fall corn spraying. So yeah, Ross will no longer have to eyeball everything. It'll just steer itself, I guess. Dang, thought I was the lucky one. So now I'm gonna run down and I'm gonna go get some more intensity for volunteer corn. I need probably another 300 acres worth. I still got some more to do down south, but then on top of that, I also got some more to do up at Robinson. And plus, it's about lunchtime. If I leave now, I'd miss lunch, and I don't really want to do that. But I do kind of need to stay around too, because they're working on the Heggie. Still, the John Deere guy's over there. He's pulling the row scents off of the combine, and then we're just gonna put it on the Heggie. We're gonna put the activation on the combine. I guess it's pretty easy and simple to do. I don't really know. That's his department, not mine though. Yeah. So let's go ahead and we'll go down there and get that chemical, and then we'll be back and put it all up there, and then probably check out some of my boxes and fill up the water truck with water. So yeah, hopefully we can get running today. Probably a little bit afternoon, around 1 or so, and yeah.
Well guys, got some bad news. We got rejected. You can tell. We got rejected because of damage on it. So now I gotta go all the way down to the river. I gotta go to downtown Evansville, ADM, Broadway. It's along the river. So about another 30 minute drive from where Azteca is south. So unexpected, but it is what it is. You ready for the longer drive, Tanky? Think he's tucking out already.
So we're down here spraying now. These beans look really good. They got drifted on up here on the front from some kind of a corn chemical. We really aren't sure what they were, but thankfully they did end up coming out of it. They was hit early enough that we don't think we'll see a yield damage out of it. They look fine. You will be able to see though, like if I get out and show you guys, you'll be able to see like a little bit of a ding from on the bottom leaves from the, I can't talk, on the first or second leaf from the warrant and from the other corn chemical that was dinged on them. It got pretty far out here. It got a couple of our neighbors here too. Thankfully a lot of them came out of them, and we should be running here pretty soon. Looks like the neighbors are down here running again today too, so who knows, maybe we'll see, maybe we'll run into them. But yeah, we're running, chugging right along. So whenever I did spray this the first time, it was a little bit muddy, and I got in a hurry and I was like, screw it, we're just gonna go. So I went out and sprayed it, and it was a little bit muddy. I'm regretting it now because I have gotten stuck in a couple of ruts. Not really stuck, but I fell off in a couple of them, and it just kind of wants to jerk it around a little bit. Not too bad though, but yeah. So I am gonna answer a couple of questions though that I get a lot. One of the main ones that I always get, and it seems like it's almost every video, I get, how much do you guys farm? And all that we really want to say is that we farm a lot. And we don't really like to answer that question, mainly because of just, I don't know, it's just kind of one of the things. It's like asking a girl how much she weighs. You just kind of don't do that. We don't really do that around here. We don't really care. We don't really pay attention to it. We just kind of farm and work. I mean, farming's more of one of them things where it's about loving it. It's not really about how big you are, which I mean, yeah, whenever it comes to money and stuff like that, it is. But if I wanted to make money with my life, I would not be a farmer. Let's just put it that way. Because, like, especially right now, there's not much money to be made in farming. Now, that doesn't say that in the next 3 to 4 years we won't be making a lot. But you see what I'm saying, guys? How much you farm is not really a number. It's just not. I mean, it's more about passion. Passion is farming. Farming is passion. And it's just kind of been my life. It's something I've always grown up around. I love doing it. I love being around it. But I don't really gauge it by a number. I mean, I gauge it by, are we saving money? Are we losing money? Are we doing everything right? Does everything look all right? I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as your crops look good and you come out on the other side looking all right. Another question I get is, what do I use for cameras? Because we do use a lot of different, or we do have really good camera quality. We use GoPros more than anything. I have 2 Hero 8s and I used to have 3 Hero 7s. And the 3 Hero 7s, I sold one to Ron at Hartung Family Farms. I sold him one of my 7s. I bought an 8 from Welker Farms, Nick Welker, because he switched from GoPros to the DJI Osmos cameras or whatever. And then I also do have a DJI Mavic Pro. I am looking at getting a new one though. Probably gonna get like a Pro 2 or something like that. I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. The one I got works fine. It's just my dad wants one. He wants to buy mine. And I kind of want to upgrade again, get one with a better camera on it. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys posted on the drone, but that's soon to come. And another one is, do we have enough equipment? No, we do not. We need another tractor. So we have 3 9470s, a 9420, an 8400, and a 7210. The 7210 is basically just kind of like our garden tractor, I guess. It's a one that we use for just about anything we want to, as far as irrigations, mowing, you name it. We can basically do about whatever we want with it, besides pull some of the bigger stuff that we have to have the 470s and the 420 for, and planters. I mean, the 7210 will pull the planter kind of just around the farm barely, but as far as like getting it in a field, it does not have the horsepower, nor does it have the weight to do it. But yeah, so there's kind of a small rundown. We do also have 2 S680 combines and STS14 Heggie, and this sprayer is a John Deere R4030. Both the sprayers have 100-foot booms. This one has an 800-gallon tank, and the Heggie has a 1,400-gallon tank. All are in on skinny tires. And we actually are just now putting the paddles on the Heggie. They should be on and ready to go tomorrow. I know I keep saying that, but they should be ready to go tomorrow. I hope they are, because we got fungicide that we need to spray. So yeah, anyways, there's a quick rundown. Kind of answered some questions. I don't know, if you guys want a question answered, then go ahead and ask. But like I said, guys, for me, farming is not really about how much you farm. It's just more about having fun. With the amount of ground that we got, we have enough ground to keep us all busy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So yeah,